What's going on, guys? This is Kahler Returns of MyMMAnews.com, and today we got a special guest fighting in for a lightweight title on November 20th at Cage Wars. Kahler, how you doing, my man?
Fucking solid, dude.
Awesome. Hey, so you're coming off one of the most epic Cage Wars fights, and probably one of the best fights I've ever seen on a local scene, or pretty much in all of MMA. Tell us a little bit about that.
It was a fun time. It sucks, it didn't go my way. I mean, in some people's eyes, it should have, and others, it shouldn't have. But either way, man, it was a good experience, and I learned a lot from it. And I'm glad to have that happen.
What'd you learn the most about yourself in that fight?
I wouldn't say me particular, but I would say like other people. Not everybody's gonna go down from a few hard shots. Because I hit Harley really fucking hard. Um, and he didn't fold. So that told me a lot right there. Um, but also, just you always got to be on your wits. You can't have an off night. You gotta always be using your head.
Absolutely. Like I said, it was one of the most epic fights I've ever seen on the amateur level, let alone all of MMA. Definitely by far the best fight for Cage Wars ever. Um, Now you're hopping right back into the cage. Really, not much time in between from that fight to this fight, fighting for the title again. Different opponent though. You were fighting Andrew Geisler for the second time. First time you fought him, it was a split decision in his favor. Tell us a little bit about now. I know you're a much different fighter from that first fight to now. Tell us a little bit about what you expect from him and what you expect from yourself in this fight.
Well, I expect myself to win this time for sure. And get my belt back. So I'll be killing two birds with one stone or one fist. uh, and I really just I don't know. I expect him to. I don't know. Just I guess I expect it to be a little more high paced. Last time it was a lot of just feeling each other out. Few strikes here, takedown there. This time I'm expecting it to be just a lot more, I guess, violent, so to say.
Okay, and your opponent just fought him, Kennedy, right? Your teammate just fought him. What did Kennedy give it you any um, help you with anything on training or anything like that? What do you expect from him? Like I know you said expect violence, but do you expect him to change in any part of his game?
Uh I would probably say definitely more takedowns. He's probably gonna shoot more takedowns and try to just move around a lot and set those takedowns up, and just get out of there if he's unsuccessful. You know, he's a real athletic guy, so he's in and out of the pocket a lot, and he's explosive too. So just looking for like randomly like big shots to come out the woodworks. Um, I don't know. I mean, Brendan really didn't have to help me as much. He kind of just gave me his perspective of when he fought him. Um, just because I fought him as well, so I know what to expect.
Mhm.
You know, mentally and physically as well. So, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different fight. That's for sure.
Awesome, and Cat Daddy, what did like? What was one of the I guess the from the training camp, what did you do to improve from your last fight? Or is there anything you really didn't think you um really need to focus on?
Well, honestly, it's been kind of just doing the same stuff we've always been doing, just training and to get better. I've been doing a lot more. I've always done weight training, but I've been doing stuff more. I guess applicable to this sport. You know, not just going in there and just curling fucking dumbbells and whatnot. I've been doing stuff that's gonna actually help me out. So that's
Absolutely.
pretty much it.
All right, awesome. Now your stamina seems like it just keeps getting better and better in each fight. What are you doing differently when it comes to that you just keep improving?
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've always had like pretty good lungs, so I just try to keep them healthy. and just stay active. I don't like I mean, I'm like everybody. I party here and there.
Yeah,
Gotta
absolutely.
have a good time. Smoke some cigarettes, whatnot. Smoke weed. Um, but I guess I don't let it like consume me. I just let it kind of just like play its course, and then it's uh, kind of over it. That is, I'm always training. I'm always training, so that definitely helps. I'll probably take a week off. After like the fight, and then I'm like right back in there. And even when I'm not training, I'm in the gym because I'm teaching, so I'm constantly showing moves. I'm keeping all that stuff fresh in my head.
Now, in your last fight, when you're between rounds, what is Duff Holmes, your coach? What's he speaking to you about in your ear? What's he talking to you about?
Just adjustments that need to be made um, on my end, uh, like defensive and offensively wise. But just I mean, it's pretty much really it. I mean, just the common like cliche stuff. Just keep doing what you're doing. Sometimes it's okay. He's doing this. Look for that. All that good corner advice stuff. Uh, Last time was don't blow your nose because it was fucking bleeding, and I did, and my eyes swelled up afterwards. So that was fun.
Well, while you were in the cage, you blew your nose and it swelled up
Yeah,
your eyes.
like the next day, yeah, the next day, I should say 2 days after was probably the worst. My face looked a little, puffy,
Hmm.
with the sinus and whatnot. But yeah, definitely don't want that to happen again. So I've been working a lot on that, like
Awesome, awesome.
defending.
Absolutely. And then, we're talking about your future. You claim this title. Is there going to be a third, a rubber match between you and Andrew, or are you going to start thinking about making your way to the professional rankings?
Yeah, he's always said he doesn't, want to like fight the same guys in the amateur.
Hmm.
And so I'm like, I mean, that makes sense, but if there's no one else, you kind of got to fight the same guy. But Um, I mean, if it happens, whatever. But if I go pro by then, I mean, obviously I want to start getting paid to do this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's, like I said, I didn't expect it to happen a second time. I'm like, okay, whatever, learn from it, and there we are. But he's the only one that was willing to take the fight. I wanted the fight. I wanted to get back in that cage. The following week. If I was able to. Just because I was like so motivated to show everyone that I'm not just this I guess lucky fighter or whatnot. Like I'm actually good and I can
Hmm.
perform. Uh, so I'm just ready to get back in there. I don't care if it was Jesus standing across from me.
Is that like the rumblings you've heard from people that people say that you're a lucky fighter?
No, just more of me, just like I guess guessing or just being paranoid what other people would say. Just like what people could possibly say. Or what they're possibly thinking. I just want to shut down any doubt in anybody.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, I don't know how there could be any doubt after the last fight. Like you guys hit each other with the kitchen sink and the bats and chairs and everything else, and both of you guys just went through all the way through 3 rounds, which was impressive. Um, and yeah, that was an amazing fight. Um, Now, when you were so possibly going pro, have you started thinking about branding yourself and putting yourself out there a little bit more as like the next level, kind of getting recognition to try and get those fights? And you're saying not everyone always wants to fight. Was there anyone else that you wanted to fight that kind of backed out?
No, I mean I don't really ever have anything to do with that. Duff like takes care of all that. Um, they're like, hey, they got this guy, okay, and then that's that, and then it's like I got to fight for you. It's this guy. He's this type of style. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, And then obviously, the guys that have been around for a little while. I kind of know how they are, so I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, that'd be good. As far as like branding myself, I don't really, I'm not, I don't know, I'm not really good at like that social media, like like advertisement stuff. So I actually think it's kind of gay, honestly. Sometimes it's like, hey, look at me, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's just I don't know, it's no, I just not a fan of it. I mean,
I totally
uh,
understand that. It's not
yeah,
really everyone's kind of, cup of tea.
yeah,
Unfortunately, though, it's like I feel like a lot of people, if they don't do it, they get kinda, like, lost in the mix, you know?
yeah,
Which kinda sucks because I really think, if you have a better record, you should be fighting or, you're putting up a show, you should be fighting. So, it's
totally.
unfortunately everyone always worries about how many followers you got.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm just not about. I think just like my personality alone, though, just the way I am, will I guess get recognition on its own because I'm just I don't know, I'm just me. I don't change for anything or anyone. I'm just who I am, and I think people, if they haven't already, will start to recognize that. And just be like, oh, this guy doesn't you know change for nothing. He's who he is, a guy who likes to be himself and likes to fucking fight and hangs out with his cats. You know, that's about it.
The cat daddy,
That's
absolutely.
right.
Um, so you already told us what we could expect from the fight. How do you see the fight going? What is your prediction for the fight?
Yeah, definitely a finish this time around. Um, I definitely see a finish. If not, a unanimous decision in my
You wanna
favor
take
this
it out of
time.
the judge's, hands?
Yeah, yeah, I prefer to take it out the judge's hands this time, of course. Just because last time, I'm not gonna say any names, but there was a certain judge who shouldn't be judging because when you score 30-27, um, I mean, Ray Charles could have seen that fight was not a 30-27. And I'm pretty sure that not only is he blind, but he's probably been dead for a while. So it's like, what the fuck were you watching, man? Or
No, I
you
wouldn't
know,
disagree with you. Really believe that was at least a 29-28 on all it should have been at least on
yeah,
all scorecards, at the very least. So, yeah, no, I hear you. Sometimes you definitely don't wanna leave it to the judges.
absolutely fucking not. Especially the judges and the amateurs.
The amateur fighters, amateur judges, amateur refs. Although Cage Wars is one of those promotions that has probably the best refs in there, which is awesome. So keeps you
Totally.
guys safe and things are being done right.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, when you got like UFC caliber, judges or judges that are actually in the UFC, or not judge, refs, you know, that's that's always cool to see as well. Because that they're gonna do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Unless you're Kevin Muhal, then I don't know. That's
Um. So what thoughts on so anything else you want to throw in there? You got any sponsors? Anyone you want to recognize?
well, I want to recognize my cat. He keeps bothering me and waking me up at night. So thanks, bud. Um, of course, I gotta give a shout out to the gym and everyone in it. Gotta give a shout out to Duff. You know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. You know, so thank you so much. Um, give a shout out to the one, the only Porno Mike. Gotta give a shout out to him. You know, Porno Mike is the man. He's like I don't know how to say. He's like a what's that word I'm looking for? He's like a myth. But he's real. Everybody's heard of him, but they don't know. They never seen him.
I've heard
Uh,
of Porno Mike numerous times. I think it's
yeah,
usually you who brings him up, but
yeah.
yeah, I've never met this guy either.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him to come to one of the fights. I don't know. Maybe I can try to sneak him in this time around or something. Give him a wristband. See what happens. But yeah, Porno Mike, bring him. If I bring him to that casino, man, it's gonna be one hell of a fucking show. Let me tell you.
Who's the other guy? Wasn't there another guy, like an old guy on Facebook? I think it was someone like acting like him, and he would always like talk trash to everyone.
I
And
think I think you're thinking of Larry Tripp.
yes, yeah,
Yeah, Larry Tripp.
he just kind
Honestly,
of he fell off the earth, huh?
yeah, I didn't really know know him like that. I just like heard of him, but yeah, he'd always like talk shit. I mean, there's rumors about who it actually really was. It was just like some fake account.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, so I had like my I want to say suspicions, but I heard my fair share of possibilities. of who it could be and couldn't be. So I'm like, yeah, makes sense to me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
There's always some characters out there always willing to stir the pot.
yeah, especially when no one knows who you really are. You know, you're like one of those hackers, anonymous or whatever.
Yeah, yep.
I was,
Kyle, what's gonna be the meal you're gonna have after this fight?
hmm, poontang. Yeah, that sounds good. That
Sounds like a
sounds,
delicious meal to me.
yeah. Well, it depends. If it's how long it's been baking for. If it's on sourdough, not so much.
Jesus. Oh Lord. Kyle, always a pleasure chatting with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you get back in there and get back to work.
Same.
I swear every time you get in the cage, you're striking and you're wrestling and everything just keeps improving. And I'm looking forward to seeing where you're at right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely won't disappoint. That's for sure. You guys are gonna see one hell of a show, and then afterwards, I'm gonna have a fucking blast.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch the fights, go to Fight TV. The tickets are sold out right now, so you can't get any tickets to get in. But if you want to go watch the fights, go to Fight TV, Cage Wars, and then myself, Will Barry, and Ben Field will be commentating the fights. So you have the three of us on the mics, and we'll get to commentate the second fight between Geisler and Kahler, which should be another banger, and we're looking forward to it. November 20th, Saturday night, November 20th at Rivers Casino and Resort. Make sure if you're not there, you're tuning in. Kyle, last words?
um, Pecan pie, sure. There you go.
I appreciate it as always, Kyle. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Wish you the best of luck. And this is Carol's Corner MMA podcast, and we're signing off.
Mm.